Today we're taking a look at the Custom Audio Electronics GVCA-2. And what this little box is it's a MIDI controllable volume unit, and it can run on instrument or line level. It has two VCAs. We have on the back separate input and outputs for both VCAs. And what's cool is it's MIDI controllable. We can program. There's two sort of modes that this unit works in. We can control the volume via MIDI, real time, or we can preset the level of the VCA, so we can use the volume settings as presets. So when we know that we need to bring down the volume in a certain situation, in a certain song or a part of a song, we can program that in and we can recall that via MIDI. So I have the Skrydstrup SC1 system controller with two expression pedals plugged into the SC1 here, and what we're going to do, I've set up two parameters that we're going to set and control. So I'd like to demonstrate the possibilities that you can do with a unit like this. I have it set up right now in conjunction with a custom audio electronics mixer, and then we have a PCM80 reverb, and I'll demonstrate. So I have the VCA1 is running before the mixer, so it's kind of my main guitar. So I'm controlling the VCA1 with this expression pedal here via MIDI. So there's no cables running to this unit besides just a MIDI cable. And then we have the second expression, which is controlling our VCA2, and I've routed the effects send to the PCM80 through the VCA2, which we're controlling with this expression pedal. It sounds maybe a little complicated, but we're basically sending volume into the PCM80, and then that PCM80 is getting mixed back into our dry signal via this custom audio electronics mixer. And then it's going into a Vox AC30. And I'm controlling all the MIDI stuff with the Skrydstrup SC1 system controller. So I've made a few different presets, and we'll toggle through them. Here we have patch 01. We can control the patches here manually, or we can call them up via MIDI. And then we could set the MIDI channel here all the way up to 16. And here we can control the VCA in real time, or we can go into voltage control, which we can preset the level. So basically we can set levels and then store them in different patches if we want, and we can just recall those different patches with different levels. And depending on where we route this one VCA or VCA2, we can do a lot of cool things with MIDI here in conjunction with a MIDI controller, which we can save presets here and we can recall them, or we can just use the unit in real time like I'm going to do right now. And let's say the first patch here I have is the control change on 1, and the VCA2 is control change 2 on MIDI channel 1. So we got control change 1 is this expression pedal, control change 2 is this expression pedal. So basically dry and wet control. So I'll demonstrate how that sounds. Playing on the Strat, going into the Daily Driver overdrive pedal, it's my overdrive pedal, and then into the mixer, and then going out into the Vox AC30. And then I have the volume VCA1 before the mixer, and then VCA2 is controlling the send of the PCM80. So it's nice to be able to control the dry and the wet in this little setup that I have. So now I want to flip through a few presets that I've created so we can see also some functions that this GVCA-2 offers. So I have preset 1 here. We're going to go preset 2. It's going to change to patch 2. So now we have VCA2 at preset volume 127, so maximum volume. So that's our reverb here, our send. So we're going to send the most volume here. This is still on control change 1, so we're still going to be controlling that dry volume with the expression pedal 1 here. And then my preset 3 here, what I did is I lowered the VCA1 to 94 and VCA2 to 65. So we're kind of dropping down the volume a little bit on the reverb and the dry. And then preset 4, we go a little bit higher on the reverb volume, and then we're maximum volume on the VCA1 for our dry signal. So let's check those out. So that's a look at the Custom Audio Electronics GVCA-2 and some of the things you could do in a rack setup, which is really cool once you kind of set everything up and then you're playing through the presets and the stuff that you've programmed. It's really cool, controls volume and does it effortlessly through Midi, and it's a very intuitive, easy to use little box, and we can set our Midi channel right on the front of the unit. We can save the presets. You just hit save. We select our patches. So these are our saved patches here, up or down. And then we could do VCA1. Goes through the control changes first. It has 31 of them. And then, so each control change has 127 value, 0 through 127. So that's our volume range, and this is kind of like setting our channel. So what control change and number we're going to use to control the volume. So, and then it goes into VCA. So that's the look at the GVCA-2. Thank you guys for watching.